Yo, guys, today we're going to be talking about Earl Thomas and the possibilities of him coming to Dallas and, what can the outcome be? Will it become a good thing or a bad thing like it ended in Baltimore? So, obviously, this quarantine has been very tough for Earl Thomas. First, he got in a thing with his brother and his wife. Um, and that was in April, maybe? May, April. And then now he's getting a fight with teammates, which isn't rare for Earl Thomas, and it isn't rare for it to happen at all in training camp. But this time, the Ravens, leaders, the captain of the team wanted him off the team. After a couple hours of it happening, he was released, and the Ravens will owe him $15 million this year and $10 million next year on the cap. They owe him $10 million, but it will affect $15 million on the cap for 2020, and it'll affect $10 million next year. So for Baltimore, that's a huge loss in cap space market, especially when you're going to find a replacement. Last March, they signed him to a 4-year deal, paying him $55 million. I do not remember the guarantees, but it was a pretty massive contract, depending on how you look at it. A lot of people can call it a bargain for getting a superstar safety at the time and getting a guy that will instantly help your defense, especially in Baltimore, in a weak safety room. But then again, people look, well, that's expensive. That's expensive for a safety that necessarily wasn't the best fit since he was a free safety and they had to move him over to strong safety. So Ravens fans are 50-50 on it. NFL fans are 50-50 on it. But now it don't matter anymore. He is released of his contract. And the San Francisco 49ers are in the market. The Dolphins are in the market. The Cowboys are in the market. And I'm sure that there are more teams interested that haven't made it public. But out of all the teams, the Cowboys are the most interested. They're the most likely to pursue him. And they have a history of wanting Earl Thomas. Back in 2018, Earl Thomas ran to the Cowboys locker room, told Jason Garrett, come get me. He always wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys. But before the 2018 season, the Cowboys strongly needed a safety. That was our biggest weakness. And the Cowboys were going to trade a first-round pick for Earl Thomas. The Seahawks wanted more. Cowboys weren't buying. They weren't budging. Well, Earl Thomas ends up getting hurt that season, and the Cowboys end up using that draft pick to trade for Amari Cooper. Hindsight 2020, as a Cowboys fan, very happy we didn't trade for Earl Thomas. Back then, I was frustrated, like, oh my gosh, we need a safety, Earl Thomas. Why don't we just trade for him? We need him. And he was a free agent at the end of the season. Even though he wanted to play for Dallas, and he gets traded to Dallas, he may not like it, so it's not a guarantee for him to sign an extension, plus his age. And now I'd much rather have Amari Cooper than Earl Thomas. So we end up trading for Amari Cooper at the deadline. Obviously, historic change in the offense. He signs that 4-year deal worth $55 million in the March of 2019. And then a year later, he is a free agent. Do we need him? Sure. Do we need a safety? Yes. We signed HaHa and Clinton Dix, a free safety. We still have Xavier Woods, who got moved to strong safety. But I mean, if Earl Thomas wants to play strong safety again like he did in 2019, which he made the Pro Bowl doing doing so, then he could play there, and Xavier Woods can be like the rotation piece. But I also like we have a couple young safeties, Donovan Wilson, Darian Thompson, some young studs who I think can produce. They even had Trevon Diggs working at the safety, which I think he's a better corner than he is at safety. Even Chidobe Azuye has been working at the safety. So obviously, if players are working at safety, we obviously need depth, or we need a starting safety. So if we have Earl Thomas at strong safety and HaHa Clinton Dix at free safety, that's a GG's. Or if we have HaHa Clinton Dix at strong safety and Earl Thomas at free safety. Personally, I think that no matter where Earl Thomas plays, he is perfect. He's like Derwin James. You could put him at corner, you could put him at safety, you could put him in the box, you could put him at free safety, strong safety, like I said. He's probably not going to be that much. It'll probably be a 1-year deal, maybe about $5 million, $6 million. Lucky to be over $5 million. So it'll be very, very cheap. The Cowboys just freed up cap space by restructuring Tyron Smith's contract by giving him his salary and via a signing bonus. So they free up $6 million in cap space. My only question with Earl Thomas is he going to ruin our chemistry? You know, he ruined his chemistry in Baltimore. From what I hear, we have a pretty good culture with Mike McCarthy and the new team. So I don't know if that is something that you want to risk messing with. I'm guessing Earl Thomas didn't like being there, so if he goes to Dallas and he likes being there, then it's a completely different story. And he enjoys it and he won't mess it up, quote unquote. Because he reports going to last year, the reports and of the relationships with Earl Thomas, the players and the staff, were very shaky, very inconsistent, and very unpredictable. So that could either be a bad thing, like, hey, that he's going to be like that wherever he goes, or that could be a good thing for wherever he does go, that, hey, that was only a Baltimore Ravens thing. That was that staff, that was that roster. They didn't welcome him or whatever you want to say. But for the Ravens, that's a huge loss. They could have traded him, maybe got a pick. They probably wouldn't have got anything higher than a fourth. They probably could have got a fifth or sixth for him or something. Maybe a fourth if a team like the Patriots were out there throwing away draft picks. They end up cutting him. Just get rid of it. If the Cowboys do pick him up, I won't be shocked. Will I be happy? Yes. Will there be more cons than pros? Yes. The 49ers pick him up. That's a GG. Like I said, the Dolphins were rumored to get him. A couple other teams were rumored to get him. The Chiefs. I don't know if the Chiefs would be a good fit. That was what the teams rumored. The Raiders were as well. They need to replace Carl Joseph. Of course, the Browns' name were thrown in there. They signed Carl Joseph, who the Raiders lost. They also drafted the safety in the second round. So you can say what you want. Browns fans probably are going to get him because you already vocally turn that rumor down very, very quick. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me guys know in the comments if you're a Cowboys fan and if we should pick up Earl Thomas. Or if you're not a Cowboys fan, give me your opinion on what the Cowboys should do or what team Earl Thomas should sign with. Thank you guys for watching.